Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. So the other day I did a video on these Ava frame candy toy kits. And I mean, it was pretty much an overglorified model kit. Just pre-painted and expensive. But, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with it. And it just so happened that my brother had a few extra bits and pieces laying around from a box that he picked up recently of the Gundam frames. So I figured, what the hey? Why don't we build one? Right? Right. So here we have a good old RX-78. Actually, no. It is an RX-78 Realtype. You can see here he's not all bright and primary colors. But the idea is the same, and unlike the Americanized version, you can see there are two separate boxes. You need to get one part that has the frame and some of the armor. Other part with the weapons. That looks weird. Why do we get two of the same body? Maybe these are just leftover bits he's got. I don't know. Realtype color frame. Is there more on this side? No. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, maybe I am right. We've got like a Gelgoog frame. And then armor frame. Okay. That's for the GM. Zaku 2, I should say. That's this one. I'm just making sure everything's here. Okay. Armor set. Realtype color frame set. We are good. Alright, let's take a look inside the boxes then, shall we? It says to open right there. I'm going to follow the directions. 58. Oh, armor. I get it. 58A for the armor. 58F for the frame. So that's why keep the numbers. Switch the letters. That's what you want to look for. Oh my goodness, we got the gum. Give it to my kid. He loves that stuff. Woo boy. So, okay, well, that's more built than the other one. That's surprising, but then take a look at all that stuff. We've got to really put it together here. What's in the other kit then? Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Beam sabers that are not even colored. Shield holder, beam rifle, beam bazooka. Wow, okay, so the joints are completely separate. This literally is just the armor then. Let's open it up. That's why stuff's flopping around. Oh no! I broke the Gundam. Yeah, it doesn't, it's not even articulated. So there, it's just like kind of on a plastic display hanger. Paint amps are nice. Movable skirt armor, that's always a plus. I can't turn the joints there because there are none. Shoulders, feet, rest of the stand, backpack. Are the sabers removable? That's a big nitpick of mine. Can't move the verniers. Nope, can't remove the beam sabers. That's okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, much like a lot of the other recent candy toy kits that Bandai has made in a cost-cutting effort, you have to go online via a QR code to figure out how to put this stuff together. Which I guess isn't the end of the world, but man, so you're gonna have to take everything off. I'm like, does this want to come off? Am I gonna break it in the process? Maybe it's okay, yeah. Much like the Ava stuff, it's a top and bottom piece. And then it's going to go on the actual just kind of hanging frame. My table is an absolute mess right now. Just letting you all know that. Some nice maneuverability in the chest area. And I wouldn't know about the arms or the legs because, well, none of it is put together yet. Now, realistically, I probably could do this without any kind of instructions. but I will err on the side of caution and check it out anyway. That's just crazy, though. They've done 58 of these? That's nuts. But then again, it does have the 5th anniversary of the G-frame line there on the box, so I guess that's not all that surprising. It's not like I haven't seen these everywhere. So, give me a moment. We are going to put this together. We'll grab our 1/144th RX-78 while we're at it. Maybe a few other things. And we'll see how everything turns out. So, sit tight. Check it out. We got our Gundam frame all put together. And I gotta say, well, it's not a bad little kit. It's pretty flexible, actually. I'm quite pleasantly surprised. Yeah, there's some spots where we cut corners, but the integration of the front and back parts, I mean, it's pretty seamless. Obviously, you can tell where the front and the back of the armor connects, but all in all, it's looking pretty nice. I mean, it'd look even better if you had some decals on there, maybe. A little bit of panel lining, but for the most part, you got everything you need. Not only do you have the typical beams rifle, I was going to say beam sabers, but we do. There are 2, in fact. Sadly, they are not painted. It would have been cool to have them like in the red of the shield, maybe. Traditional beam bazooka, beam rifle. And I mean, honestly, I'm pretty impressed just with the articulation of it. It's pretty sturdy. If you don't enjoy building the kits, painting or any of that stuff, I gotta say this is a pretty viable alternative. And when you consider just how big it is, I mean, let's be honest. Push comes to shove, I'm gonna be a die-hard model builder no matter what. But look at the size discrepancy. It's not a huge difference. I mean, you might end up paying more for the candy kit, but, you know, I think the final display piece here is still pretty decent. I mean, it would look nice on a shelf, on a desk, playing with your other Gundams. And just because we don't have enough RX-78s, here's the one from the Yokohama Gundam factory, Gundam base. I think that's what it's called. I didn't get to go there yet. One of these days. I'll have to do a video on this guy in the near future. Just to put a Marine for proper size issues. Give you guys a good idea. Grabbing my Ava frame that I just manhandled and took apart. Cool. So the Ava is a little bit larger, but then again, it also has a much more spread out footprint. I mean, whoever heard of an Ava outside of when they're launching, standing upright like that? It's a strange pose for an Ava. But again, these are just supermarket, you know, impulse purchase things. They may not be as of impulse purchase price necessarily outside of Japan, but, you know, it's one of those things. If you're already splurging, why not splurge all the way, right? So hopefully, once I'm back in Japan, we'll be finding some more of these to give you guys a good look. I'm not a big fan of the black on green. That's more a personal preference, I think. I like when they have the Gundam in all Realtype colors. I always thought that it used to be the same shade of that kind of olive drab, but maybe that's just my imagination. And I'm totally wrong. Got the face at least. Sadly, like I said, the beam sabers are attached, so you're going to have to have a little bit of suspension of disbelief there, seeing as to how if you wanted to have with the beam saber. And there is an empty hand. That is kind of nice that we do have an extra spare. But all the weapons are going to be using the same hand, just like the good old days, which really doesn't bother me. So, I gotta say, cool kit. I am definitely going to be keeping my eyes open for this. If they've had 5 years of these, if this is kit number 58, there's definitely going to be a backlog of things I could be getting my greedy little paws on. So hopefully we'll see more of those results in the future on this channel. So with that said then, This has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.